I'd like to welcome you today to a class that I believe will make a big difference in the quality of your life and the lives of your family. I'd like to talk to you today about how to stay young for the first 100 years. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, come on, I mean, it's a pretty catchy title, but do I really need to know how to stay young for 100 years? Seems pretty far-fetched and ambitious, right? But it really isn't. And we really need to start thinking about what it means for us and our families to live a very long time. I mean, let's look at some facts here. In the year 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there's no question that that's because many people died at a very young age. We just didn't have the kind of cures and didn't provide the kind of health care that we can provide today. And that's really the point. You know, the odds of living a long and healthy lifestyle were much less back then. You know, the average lifespan today is 77.6 years old, and that number's growing. And in a recent study, the scientists from the University of Texas reported on the Today Show that by the year 2050, there's going to be over 800,000 Americans over the age of 100 years old, many of them living to 150. So what does that mean? Well, it means that your kids are going to need to know more about how to stay young for that first 100 years, and they're going to need to wonder about how to spend their inheritance. That's because you're probably going to live so long that they're going to be retired themselves before they can even get to their inheritance. And that's, of course, providing that there is some. So yes, this is a topic that you and your family need to know about. I mean, if we're going to live, if we're going to be around for 100 years, we need that long life to be a quality long life. We don't want to just exist on this planet. We want to work, live, and play on this planet. We want to have that quality life. Now we got this huge group of baby boomers moving into that over 50 phase in life, and now we can see in large numbers what the effects of long life can be. And long life reveals that we're in for some major areas of health concern after 50 if we don't do something about it before we're 50, you know, to prevent it. And we've never seen numbers like this because we've never seen so many people living to that ripe old age. Give you an example. I mean, we're all constantly confronted by the devastation of mental diseases like Alzheimer's. This disease didn't just start. We just see more of it because dementia doesn't come on to a person until they're 70 or older. And now that we've increased our chances of living to that age, we might want to make sure that we can use our minds when we get to that age. You know, we also see more importance of taking care of our skin. You know, old age has created a huge growth in cosmetic surgery as more and more people are trying to battle the wrinkle problem that comes with old age. Now, but really the biggest problem that we see with increased lifespan is musculoskeletal problems. It's your functionality. It's your ability to move around like you used to. And we've increased our chances of living past 80, and we've increased the activity that we have in life. But we really haven't done a whole lot to change the way that we take care of our spines. And we're really the first generation to see the full ramifications that long life creates. And it reveals the areas of neglect. I mean, the stats show that the #1 cause of functional disabilities in persons over 50 is spinal disorders. You know. Wow, that's important to know. I mean, who here wants to live past 50? Yeah, who wants our families to live past 50? All right, well, let me ask you this. If someone were going to break into your house and steal all of your possessions, but I knew who was planning it, and I knew when they were going to do it, and I told you, would you do something about it, or would you just let it happen? Well, right now, I'm able to tell you what's going to rob you of your functional capacity and when it's going to happen. Now, are you going to do something about it, or are you just going to let it happen? Well, of course not. Let's prevent it. The way that we want to prevent somebody from breaking into your house if we could. But I think we could agree that you'd want to work harder to keep your mobility and health from being stolen than you would your stuff. Because if you lose your mobility at 65 years old and you live to 105, that is 40 years worth of immobility and pain. But let's take a look at some of the other areas of healthcare that we've made adjustments and improvement in for your health. I mean, just look at the advancements that we've made in tooth decay. You know, we used to have so many more cavities and lost teeth in years past than we do today, but that's because we take so much better care of our teeth with preventative care measures And now our teeth last longer and they cause us less pain. And we even have more and more people living with less wrinkles. That's right. We got a 465% increase in people wanting to get rid of wrinkles since 1997. So 12 million people got cosmetic adjustments last year just to take care of another ramification of getting older, and that's wrinkles. Now, I'm all for having less wrinkles and having white teeth, but I think we can agree that, you know, if you cannot move, a lack of mobility will make you look so much older than crow's feet. The reason we respond to our teeth and our skin before we respond to our joints and our spine, that's because, well, if our spine were on our face, we'd take much better care of it. You know, we don't wait for our teeth to fall out before we take care of them. We don't want to wait till our back goes out before we take care of it either. You take preventative steps to keep those pearly whites. You want to take preventative steps to keep that mobility because, you know, the odds are absolutely huge that you're going to live 30 to 40 years past 50. And excuse me. Huh. 30 to 40 years past 50. Oh. So why is this more important than taking care of your teeth and your skin? Well, that's because there's no such thing at all as a spine transplant. Okay? You can always get a new set of teeth and you can replace a lot of other organs. But once your spine goes out, there's no going back like you can with your teeth. There's no cap, there's no replacement, it's just living with the pain. And remember that it's not just limited to back pain. You can't get a new neck either. Now, 1 out of 3 people over 50 suffer from neck pain. I mean, let's see a show of hands. Who here wants to use their neck after the age of 50 without pain? Right? Pretty big clump. It's a pretty big clump. You knocked me off. That's cool. Well, if 1 out of 3 people suffer from neck pain, and 85 out of 100 suffer from back pain, well, that's about as high a statistics as I think anyone would need to be convinced to do something about it. But let's just say you need more convincing. Okay? What would happen if you didn't do anything about it at all? What would happen if nature were allowed to just take its course? Well, we have what is called a mobility scale. Numbers on the bottom here represent your age, and these numbers here on the side represents your maximum mobility. And if you follow the blue line on the scale, what will happen? If nature takes its course, you'll see that you'll get 100% of your mobility, or the maximum mobility that you'll ever have in your life around the age of 23. But look how this line just drops as nature is allowed to take its course, and you have about 50% of the mobility you had when you were 23 at the age of 50. Now, I know a lot of 50-year-olds will testify that having 50% of the mobility that you had when you're 23 is conservative. But if we were to take a look at this line, look how it just drops like a rock, and at 60 years old, you have 25% of the mobility that you had when you were 23. So I guess the question is can these results be changed? Do we have to live with this? I mean, do we have to accept this as the way it is, or can we alter these results? The good news is that we can change the line on that scale with preventative care. Let's take a look at the line on this scale, what will happen if nature is allowed to take its course, and see how the green line, how we can actually make improvements to that with preventative care. With the green line, we can actually see that your mobility can be held at 75% until the age of 80. And that's what you want and need. I mean, that's what you want for your family. I mean, if we're going to be here, you might as well be able to function and move, right? So why not take the necessary steps to make that happen? Well, one of the answers you might be thinking is, you know, this is a great thing to do when you're young, you know, but what about those of us who are already, you know, experiencing pain? What about those of us who are already 50? You know, is it too late? Absolutely not. In fact, I want to congratulate everybody for being here today, because it's never too late to do the right thing. We want to get you on track to that great life that's ahead. One of the first things you have to do is you have to follow through with the entire recommended care that you're providing. Excuse me. reason I mentioned follow through is because you've already lived a long time with the mentality that you want to take care of your spine and your joints when you're in pain. That's going to make it easier for you to think that once you're out of pain, you don't need treatments anymore. Look, if you drop out after pain relief, you're never going to change the line on that scale we just looked at. Only way you can change the line on that scale is if you follow through with all 3 phases of your recommended care. And what are they? Well, the first phase is the pain relief stage. It's going to be a reminder for many of you, but let's review it anyway so we can make sure that we understand what's causing our pain and our other health-related issues. What we have is subluxations. It's a misalignment of the vertebrae causes nerve interference. It's the pinching of the nerve, and it can impact many organs and other areas of the body, causing a lot of dis-ease in ways that you would never relate to a back problem. Picture it like this. When you ever hook up a garden hose to a spigot and turn it on, everything works just fine, works perfectly until there's a kink or a twist in the line. When you put a twist or a kink in the hose, and the water can't flow through it the way that it's supposed to, right? Well, we call that a subluxation of the hose. In other words, the misalignment of your spine is causing nerve interference, or it's stopping the nerves from flowing between your nerves and your organs and other body parts. It causes a lot of pain and other physical ailments as a result of that nerve interference. You get rid of the nerve interference, and you restore the nerve flow, and with it, your health. How do we get rid of that nerve interference? Well, we do it with a series of adjustments. And the adjustments gradually move the spine away from the nerve, allowing your body to heal itself. And you say, great, now I get a series of adjustments, get rid of the nerve interference, pain goes away, and with it, my problem. So why can't I stop after the pain goes away? It's important for me to emphasize that this is only the first phase of your care, and it alone will never solve your problem or change that mobility scale. We must proceed now to stage 2, which is stabilization care. Now there's a reason why you must not stop your care after the pain is gone. Because the spine has been misaligned for so long that your body has actually grown to accept this as correct. Your body actually thinks that this is the way it's supposed to be, because it's been that way for so long. And now the body, the muscles, and the spine need to be retrained. You have to get that spine held in the proper position for a long enough period of time for your body to accept that as the norm. This is called stabilization, and this takes time. The spine must be retrained with adjustments and held in that proper position for longer. Otherwise, the body will naturally pull itself right back into that misaligned condition. Why does it take so long? No. You ever gone to a gym and expected, just once and come out looking all in shape? You ever lift weights just once and enjoy bigger muscles? I mean, we all want to go to the gym just once and come out looking like Mr. Olympia or Miss Olympia. We know it's not going to happen. It takes time and it takes work. To get that musculoskeletal system stabilized, it's going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a series of adjustments, and you're going to need all of them. I mean, the orthodontist, did the orthodontist strain your teeth at just one visit? Of course not. And once again, it took time and it took work. But even then, after your teeth were straight, you had to wear braces for a long time. You had to wear a retainer for even longer. But in that way, I've given you a recommendation of care that will not only get you out of pain, but you must follow it to get you that stabilized condition, meaning that your body has accepted this proper alignment as the norm for your body. And once we got you in that stabilized condition, we're going to dismiss you from active care, and we're going to move you to the third phase, which is the maintenance or the preventive stage. Now, this is the one I get the absolute most excited about, because this is where we can enable you to make changes to that mobility scale and make a big difference in the quality of your life. And it's not enough for us to get you out of pain. We want to move you to an opportunity where you can actually start to enjoy life. I mean, that is what we want. And the great news is that this will take a whole lot of time, won't take a whole lot of money. Be both easy or simple and affordable. But the dividends that it will pay you in health and life will make it well worth the effort. I mean, the preventive stage is essential to changing that mobility scale for your lifetime. And as I'm up here talking, I can hear some of the thoughts going through some of your mind. You're saying, I knew it. No, I heard that the chiropractor is going to ask me to come back for the rest of my life. Well, maybe you're right. But before you cast any judgments, let me ask you this. I mean, what other doctor have you ever been to that's told you to never come back? You know, you ever been to the dentist and he said, don't come back till your teeth fall out, right? They couldn't recommend that because it'd be a malpractice thing. They're going to push you to do the right thing, and that's preventive care. I mean, I'm sure you remember the first time you got your eyes checked. It was around 3rd grade, and the doctor said, hey, everything's fine. It looks great. As far as we're concerned, you need never bother taking care of your eyes ever again, unless, of course, your eyesight goes out completely. Then come on back. Right? No, it's time for us to be honest. There's no doctor out there that has or should recommend that you ignore your health until there's a problem. No doctor would recommend that you never come back, and we certainly can't either, because it wouldn't be what you need. Be assured, we don't want you to come back any more than you need to. I mean, our adjustment room is full as it is. And the purpose of our recommendation is to change that mobility scale for your life. Okay? Uh-oh. 1 second. Technical difficulties. We'll fix this. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. For your life. We can't take away your wrinkles and we can't make your teeth white. But we can give you the ability to move so you can work, live, and play. And stay young for 100 years. And I realize that I sound a little bit passionate, maybe a little weird. And I get anxious about other people enjoying the benefits of chiropractic care. And one of the reasons that is because, well, for me, I mean, it helped me a lot. I didn't know anything about chiropractic even 2 months ago. Nothing at all. I knew that I had headaches, I had low back pain, I fatigued out really fast. I mean, at noon, I'm tired, done, that sort of thing. I had to grow up, I had to live my life next to a bottle of Aleve because my headaches would just come and go at will. And then, even 2 weeks worth of adjustments, I find that I sleep better, I don't get tired quite so easy, pain in my back, I can stand for a lot longer, I can sit down for a lot longer. It's actually been really amazing in a whole lot of very small ways. It really has improved the quality of my life, and I believe that it can for you too. Now, it's about this time you should be thinking, hey, before you quit, I really do care about my health, and I care about my family's future health, and I have family and friends that have never thought about or even know the kind of information we're talking about. What about them? What about their health? What about their mobility skill? Can I do something about that? Answer? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's never too soon to start either, because if you think about it, even an infant has undergone trauma to the spine, even during the process of childbirth, and they should be examined. And if you think about the tremendous pressure that is put upon their spines and their necks, just in childbirth, I mean, it's easy to see that we begin life with untreated problems. So obviously we need to get your family needs to come in and be evaluated for a simple, easy, healthy plan toward preventing a life of immobility. Now, good news is that we can actually eliminate their pain management in the years to come. So, to illustrate how serious I am about this, I've asked my assistant, Sally Jones, to come and help me help you. She's out there in the back. She has her schedule book with her with the times available for you and your family. As we said, we want to take your family's health, your health, and put it in front of everything else to show how serious we are about this. We'll let you have first day services, which will include exams and x-rays if necessary, for only $20. And we'll take that $20, we'll donate all of it to the charity that you choose. Now this way we we can get you started today, and you can see for yourself what it means for your health. But if you want to take advantage of this, you have to sign up with Sally today. We have to keep it simple. We have to keep it confined to those who are here. I can't remember. So that's what I've got so far. I'll work on the close. Thank you very much. I completely forgot where I'm at. I'll have to go look that up. Thank you very much, Brenda.